remarkable creature. This is Coelophysis. Weighing barely 20 kilograms, this slender male represents one of the earliest dinosaurs ever to roam the Earth. His rusty sand coloration blends seamlessly into the semi-arid landscape, and an invaluable advantage for camouflage. But despite the calmness of this peaceful morning, the inhabitants of these lands must face the challenges
Late arrivals find that space is already in short supply. The only space left is on the island's margin. And finding a place to nest is only just the start.
Can be active day and night, giving them more time to raise their young as part of a family. Living in a group has other advantages too.
Paleontologists debated, were these feathers? Spines? The Senckenberg specimens settled it. These are thick, hollow, keratinous quills. They weren't for warmth, and they visual flags used to communicate with others of its kind in the dense brush.
It's time for the dominant male to put him in his place or kick him out.
There they are. A group of Guanlong siblings. They're on the hunt. One takes off. Perhaps he's the oldest. He closes in on his prey. But he's no match.
Raptor. They are relatives of velociraptors, but much, much bigger. "20 feet from head to tail and weighing over 800 pounds. And with teeth not unlike those of a crocodile, these dinosaurs are very skilled at catching fish. For most of the year, they're solitary hunters. They won't tolerate rivals.
It's a triple threat. It can slash, bite, and run. A meal comes none too soon when there's a hungry mouth to feed. But there's no time to relax when a stranger is sneaking around.
1,000 kilograms. This predator's most distinct feature is a tall crest positioned on its back. This crest is formed by two extended vertebrae located just ahead of the dinosaur's hips. Because this species is known from a single specimen which was only recently discovered, our knowledge of Concavenator is limited. As a result, the use of this crest remains unknown. However, certain researchers hypothesize that the two vertebrae may have supported a hump of fat.
But are their own unique branch. Early giants, like Plateosaurus, can reach the new, taller food sources. Their stomachs can digest the tough conifer needles. And their sheer volume helps them maintain a higher body temperature day and night. It's a winning.
And this is the sound of Tarchia's very own air conditioning system. Their large nose cools the air as it leaves the body, condensing and so conserving valuable water with every breath. It allows them to survive long periods without drinking, as they search for a meal. But they also... Any meager mouthful is worth competing for.
This spiky stegosaur is well known as Kentrosaurus. Kentrosaurus was a small stegosaur bristling in sharp pointed spines that lived during the late Jurassic period, around 152 to 150 million years ago in what is now Tanzania. A close relative of the more famous Stegosaurus, by no means is it hard to tell the two apart. While Stegosaurus has the dorsal plates running down its back, ending with its spikes, Kentrosaurus, on the other hand, quite literally takes the opposite approach, with the dorsal plates running only halfway up its back, before trailing off into long pointed spines at the top of the hips that run all the way down to the tail. Of all of Kentrosaurus' sets of spikes, the most interesting weren't on the Stegosaurus.
Is a genus of hadrosaurid duck-billed dinosaur that lived in what is now Western North America and possibly Asia during the late Cretaceous period, about 76.9 to 70.5 million years ago. It was a large herbivore that could reach over 9 meters or 30 feet long and weigh over 5 tons, and were able to move as a biped and a quadruped. There are 3 recognized species: Parasaurolophus walker, which is the type species, Parasaurolophus tubicen, and the short-crested Parasaurolophus certo.
We don't know for sure if such a huge dinosaur like Gigantoraptor would have or need feathers. In dinosaurs, feathers are usually found as a fine body covering and appear to be mainly for keeping warm.
And perhaps surprisingly for those who watched Walking with Dinosaurs, another potential carnivorous two-legger was the Postosuchus, with some arguing that it was committed to bipedalism full-time, and others thinking it was more of a half-and-half kind of reptile. This evolution of bipedalism in Rawisuchians may have granted the users better vision, in order to help it find prey or food. Or its purpose could have purely been for locomotion. But that's not to say that the Rawisuchians who remained quadrupedal were slowpoke.
Attracts larger dinosaurs. A 7-ton male Stegosaurus. He too is a herbivore, but very dangerous. The large plates on his back are primarily there for display. It is the meter-long spikes on his tail that make him so lethal. These he can wield with devastating effect, despite having a very small brain for his body size.
A mate. The 6-ton males fight and display their strength. This young male looks to be in prime condition, showing off his spectacular meter-long horns and his colourful head frill. His horns appear perfect, not yet damaged by battle. To a female, however, the absence of any wear and tear might suggest a potentially critical weakness. A lack of experience. An adult Therizinosaurus. It's huge, nearly 30 feet tall and weighing 5 tons. Nothing the bees can do deters this one. Dinosaurus. It's even taller than T-Rex. And its massive duck-billed snout is very effective in gathering water plants. This male feeds voraciously, having eaten very little during the long dry season. Water plants are rich in nutrients, and his huge curved claws, 8 inches long, enable him to dredge them up from deep beneath the surface. He himself is a source of food for smaller creatures. Blood-sucking flies, which infest his coat. 12-foot-tall Carnotaurus, a male. Clearing this patch has taken him a long time, and it needs constant attention if it is to remain tidy. It's a stage on which he can show off to females. All is ready, and he announces the fact.
All they can do is run for their lives. Cretaceous' extra long legs make for speed. But one of her offspring lags behind. Now, the only hope is to find cover.
And it's not only the two Puertosaurus that have survived. So have their predators. It's a Maipe, the most powerful carnivorous dinosaur in South America at the time. The male juvenile uses all the strength that's left. In the end, this lone and weakened Maipe that has strayed from its pack doesn't have the strength to attack a larger prey.
The Stegosaurus flushes blood into his plates, creating a frightening display of color.
That Sobek will need to make a catch. But even so, success is far from guaranteed. Although Sobek is faster, the source gate is more agile. Time for a change of tactics.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. This old male has just brought down a Triceratops. But in doing so, he's been injured. T-Rex are built for hunting large herbivores.
She approaches to take a closer look.
Early Cretaceous, the planet was teeming with all sorts of weird animals, and not only was South America no exception, it was host to bounties of strange animals seen nowhere else. Sauropods on the planet. But down in Gondwana, Diplodocus still held some ground, with the early Cretaceous of Argentina hosting the last of the Diplodocids, lion cupol, Laticata, and the extreme.
On the beaches of North Africa, there are 7 different species of them. They come here to feed, to rest, and to raise their young. Tethedraco are well adapted to spend time on the ground, and their young certainly need protection. A giant pterosaur, Quetzalcoatlus. This is...
Cus est un monstre de 8 tonnes, un tueur d'élite. On imagine la puissance qu'il lui faut pour attaquer ne serait-ce qu'un jeune paralititan et l'entraîner au fond de l'eau pour le noyer. Pourtant, même pour ce carnivore qui ici fait régner la terreur, le fleuve des géants n'est pas un lieu sûr.